Fuck your feelings, you stupid bitch. Y'all ain't shit, y'all ain't shit, y'all ain't shit.
I was raped by a dolphin when I was little.
Alright, I know what you think about the title. What the fuck is this goofy ass nigga talking about? Flight's trash as fuck. Flight's ass. I'm about to break this shit down as much as I can. Y'all gonna see that this nigga is the best fucking nigga that plays basketball on YouTube.
Man, yeah, the heat check. Let me get
Talking all that shit, I smack you with a tampon. I'll up in your bitch like a whip, she get rain on, bitch.
So first off, we got his influence. You gotta think this nigga is the only nigga that does a fucking crab dribble in real games. Nobody in the real world does that shit. We see Flight do that shit and think, oh, this nigga ass, bro, what's going on? But you gotta look at it like this. This nigga has 4 million subscribers, and possible chance that a minimum of 50 of his fucking subscribers that are little kids right now could potentially become NBA players in the future.
Hey, he gonna be in the NBA in like, what? How old are you?
I'm 10.
10? He gonna be in the NBA in like 9 years. What is it, 19 or 20 being in the NBA? Yes, sir.
So they're gonna see this nigga do all his moves that we think are, what the fuck is this nigga doing? They gonna see that shit because they growing up and seeing him doing it. They gonna implement that shit into their games, and then next thing you know, the moves that Flight does is gonna be normalized in the NBA and shit like that. Y'all never thought about it like that. Y'all think this nigga, y'all think this nigga trash. He not. So it's gonna be seen as weird or goofy, but in a few years it's gonna be normal. And this shit isn't far-fetched. I'm pretty sure young future NBA players know of Flight, whether they watch this nigga's videos or seen this nigga on fucking Sports Center or some shit. This nigga made Sports Center, that's fucking legendary right there. They gonna start using this shit. And another thing, I got scoliosis when I was 6, so I had to fucking stop playing a long time ago, and the doctor didn't tell me I had scoliosis till a year ago. If y'all want to know about that, I'll make another video about that. But I got scoliosis, and when I'm playing basketball, like my back like hurts. It hurts right now and I'm making this video and I'm not doing nothing, you know, tough stuff. But when I see Flight do these very beautiful, unique, out of this world fucking moves, I implement those into my game, you know. When I'm playing like a random nigga at the park or something, since I can't play on the team because my scoliosis, like that one-legged pull-up that Flight does, I implemented that shit into my bag because since my spine is fucked up, that elevation of the hips and shoulders evens out my back so I could be pain-free for a split second. And I would never know about that move if it wasn't for Flight. So I just give you props for that, Flight, if you're watching this. I forgot to mention that June is Scoliosis Awareness Month, and Flight is so humble he didn't want to put that out there to get all the props because he's a humble nigga. So Flight, I respect you for making June your month because you knew it was Scoliosis Awareness Month. My respect for you went up a whole lot, man. Also, another thing, I had this thing called a ganglion cyst on my wrist. I got it from beating my knee too much, and it hurts to shoot or go for layups with my right hand. So when I see Flight do these left hand on the right side layups, that inspires me a lot. And you know how he shoots like the shot clock is at 0.8 seconds? That shit helps me because when I shoot normally, it hurts because it's taking more time for my wrist to bend. I saw Flight do that fucking quick, fucking, you know, weird ass jump shot. You might think it's weird, but it's really not. I use that, so when I move my wrist at a different speed, it's pain free. And I never seen nobody do that before Flight. So thank you, Flight, for helping me with playing basketball through my injuries. Another influential thing is that this nigga has NBA players wanting to play him. You don't see no NBA players calling out fucking Michael Jordan like, oh, what the fuck? They calling out Flight Reacts. Not calling out niggas that they grew up watching that are out of the league. They're not choosing Michael Jordan. They're choosing Kimani Tariq Kimeru White. And you wanna know why? It's because they know that'll elevate their games to a whole nother level. I don't know if any of y'all know this, but a majority of the time in his 1v1s, Flight is handicapped. Flight never mentioned this because you have to be a gazer to fully understand. Me personally, I'm not a gazer, I'm just a gazer, so I found out by doing research. As we all know, Flight doesn't have any stamina. Why? Because this nigga is high as shit all the fucking time. So when he starts playing 1v1s, he's still high as fuck, so his lungs are getting worse and worse, so his stamina is deteriorating by the second and he can't think straight. So his opponent has a huge advantage. Whenever Flight plays a 1v1, since he's high as fuck all the time, a 20-minute timer starts counting down, and when the timer is up, he gets sober, right? But we're not talking about that right now. Listen to this. Before the timer runs out, he's high. He don't know what the fuck is going on. He's not trying. Not because he doesn't want to, but because he's in another world as the 1v1s are going on. So his consciousness is on another planet, but his body is still here. So he's basically just like on autopilot. Sorry for the interruption, whoever's watching this video, but you know, I just realized I'm one of the funniest niggas alive because this was not planned at all, but I said his body is on autopilot, and you know, flight could be on. But keep in mind, his brain is still here, so y'all might see this and think he's not playing D. All I see is no foul. You know, he still got the IQ even when he's on another fucking planet. When he's playing, his body is moving without his control, but whenever he scores, he snaps back for a few seconds and then heads back to the other planet he was on. That's why after he scores, he celebrates like he just did some crazy shit. He didn't really witness what happened in reality since he's not here mentally or spiritually, right? He's on another planet. So what he's seeing when he scores, from his point of view in the other planet, he just hit a fucking 3-point shot with 0.4 seconds on the clock in Game 7 of the NBA Finals to win the championship. That's why he'd be so happy after he scored. That's why fuck yeah, ah! You know what the nigga says? And like the instant replays, like I said, he's high 24/7. So when he's editing the videos with his fucking high quality editing, when he's editing the videos, he sees what he saw when he was high as fuck, because he never got not high, right? So he still sees him doing some crazy shit. We see a basic layup or wide open 3, but he's doing a fucking windmill 360 dunk half court from the fucking free throw line. That ain't make sense, but I don't give a fuck. Since he's on another planet mentally and spiritually in his 1v1s, he shouldn't be able to score at all, but since he's so differently wired, he somehow scores every time, and it's really unbelievable. Like if he loses 2-11, in my opinion, his stat line is more impressive because he did that shit without even really being here. You know what I mean? Whenever he loses, y'all say he's ass.
What are you, nuts?
I see it as holy shit. How the fuck did this nigga perform at this level under these circumstances? So if Flight ever scores on you, you should feel ashamed because you're letting a nigga whose body is on autopilot go crazy against you. And like I said earlier, a 20-minute timer counts down once his 1v1s start, and most of his 1v1s are under 20 minutes. So he can't even regain his consciousness and control his body to use his God-given talent of being amazing at basketball, so it's not even fair for him. And imagine if every 1v1 he ever lost lasted over 20 minutes, he would have won, I guarantee it. And that's why I think he's the greatest, because he's still productive in his 1v1s while not consciously being here. It's kind of like, it's like an NBA player playing 15 minutes and still putting up 30. That's basically what I'm trying to say. He shouldn't score at all, but he's even if he gets 1 point, that's still impressive because he's not here mentally. I hope this really makes sense. So if all of his games from this day on, starting now, last over 20 minutes, not counting the intros or timeouts or halftimes, he's gonna win. So I hope my breakdown of why he's the best hooper on YouTube helped you. Flight, if you ever use this 20-minute excuse, you gotta give me my credit for diving deep into your game and finding this hidden secret out. So yeah, stay safe and up, man.
Triple my sixes, fresh out the trenches, had to hop fences, business expenses, living lavish, no expenses, cash counter, all extensions.